Hey guys, welcome to Dark Souls. So, before I start this game, there's a few things I should probably just straight up say. First one is, I'm not using an Xbox controller, I'm using my controller that I use for all my emulator stuff. And because of that, the key bindings are a little bit messed up. Which means I'm not going to be able to do a full playthrough with this controller as of right now. And I don't even want to attempt to try and learn the keyboard controls, because if I were to just check them right now, like WSAD, that's fine. Walking, holding shift to walk is weird to me. It's not the weirdest though. Let's just alright, so camera, yeah, camera controls are on the keyboard, which means what? Well, that means there's no mouse, I guess, which is very similar to Final Fantasy XIV, I guess, from what I played of it, but that was like 4 years ago. Switching weapons, like, that's where it gets, yeah, no. I can't do that. And then you get to attacking, which is H and U, which is the most counterintuitive keys of all time. And that is why we are not using the keyboard. Now, I'm not connected online, so, or any of that. I did do a little bit of testing with this game just to make sure I could indeed play it with this controller. I actually got to the first blacksmith in that, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start a new game, for obvious reasons. I'm just going to create a character, so let's enter the name. And I believe this brings up the keyboard, and I'll just call myself what I always call myself in my fantasy games. So there's some good. Cannot. Okay, I guess I'll hit enter. Okay, sex. Well, there's a great number of choices. Male, class. This is where the choices get into interesting things, because this choice directly affects your stats. So thief and knight start at the highest level. Wanderer starts at level 3. And scimitars are weird because it doesn't let you kick, but I can't kick anyway because my controller's messed up. Because it's not an Xbox controller, and the game tries to read it like one. So what happens is, controllers are programmed kind of weird, or not really weird, but like they're programmed so that certain buttons correspond to certain numbers in the configuration setting. And this controller has pretty much the same number of buttons as an Xbox one, but the numbering is different. So where the game tries to set by start and select to act like start and select, on this controller, start and select are swapped with L3 and R3, which means that in order to run, I would have to hold down select while holding forward. And no. Like, I'm not going to be able to jump or kick or any of that stuff with my controller. So I'm not too concerned about that. I'm going to get a new controller. A proper Xbox controller, I should say, just for this game, and hopefully for Dark Souls 2, so that I can hopefully finish it. But when it comes to the parts where I'm going to be forced to jump, I can't do that right now. So I'm only going to be able to get maybe up to the end of the gargoyles. I'm not sure if there's any parkour required to get through Blighttown. If there is, then that's where it ends, until I get my new controller. So, cleric, that's... wow, pyromancers and clerics have the lowest starting level. Let's not go down that road. High HP, solid armor, not easily toppled. They probably fat roll a lot. So, strength 13, dexterity 13, strength 11, dexterity 11. Okay, so if you choose the knight, you give up, or the warrior, you give up some attunement, which is fine. I'm not planning to use magic. Thief is actually really good, I suppose. A lot of dexterity right off the bat. However, you don't have a lot of strength, and you have really not that great vitality. I think I'm gonna go down the path of the warrior just because. Why not? Now my gift, the obvious choice here is the master key, because that lets you go to places way early. There's a few others. This is a one-time use thing, so that's probably not so useful because you're gonna die anyway. And you get enough humanities and Estus flasks and stuff that I probably won't need that. Black fire bombs, not the greatest. Twin humanities, that's probably not the greatest. You can find them in the game anyway. Binoculars, pretty useless. Dependent is useless. Master Key seems to be the most useful thing, really. This thing, I believe, is just a straight up lie. It actually adds 20 HP to your total. It doesn't actually regen HP. And I don't know what the Old Witch's Ring does. So I'm going to go with the obvious choice here, Master Key. And physique, average, slim, large. Wow, that's tiny head or giant head. Let's just stick with average for now. Face, I don't really think it matters, but sure, why not? I don't even care. Receding. Some of these hairstyles are really dumb, by the way. What do we have? Yeah, we'll go wild. And hair color. I went with silver for my thief character. I don't know. Dark purple. Sure, why not? I don't care. You're not gonna see it anyway, because I'm gonna be wearing the helmet the entire playthrough. And I really don't care about customizing, so we'll go with that. Now let's get right into the nitty-gritty of the story. Subtitles should be turned on.
Age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog.
Yep. Definitely is.
A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons.
Cool. I hope that's not a boss.
But then there was fire. And with fire came disparity.
And out comes the dictionary.
Heat and cold. Life and death.
I think I know what disparity
and of
is.
course, light and dark.
I honestly don't think I've ever heard the word disparity used until the opening of this game. But I'm pretty sure I know what it means.
Then, from the dark, they came.
Okay, it lagged a little bit there. Hope that doesn't pop up.
And found the souls of lords within the flame.
Oh, that doesn't look great. Oh, boy.
Nito, the first of the dead.
I can tell. Just a pile of corpses.
The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of chaos.
Of course there's a witch.
Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights.
I hope I don't run into too many of those. Except I will.
And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten.
I'm still not sure who they mean by the pygmy. Like, I'm really not sure. Like, I'm not really super up on Dark
With
Souls
the
lore.
strength of lords, they challenge the dragons. Gwyn's mighty lords peeled apart their stone skins.
Yeah, I'm not going into this blind before I would.
Witches weaved great firestorms.
Stupid. Why do I talk to the intros? But yeah, this is not a blind playthrough before anyone gets expectations.
Miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more.
Also, I just realized this is probably super loud because I did no volume adjustment, so I'm gonna have to do that in post-editing. That's fine. Which is fine because I record my audio tracks separately, so it's a very simple issue to fix.
The age of fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain.
Sounds cool. Except for the part about darkness. That actually doesn't sound cool.
Even now, there are only embers.
So in other words, the Age of Fire is over.
Man sees not light, but only endless nights.
Would you look at that, the furtive pygmy is dead.
And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
At least I'm going to assume that was the pygmy. But would that mean you're playing the game as the pygmy? I don't know. I honestly am not sure if the pygmy is one of the bosses. I don't think he is. I've seen multiple playthroughs of this game, so I know what to expect. I'm just not sure which one of the bosses would be the pygmy, if any. I think it would actually make more sense if you were the pygmy, which would explain the ending a lot better, I suppose.
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead.
That guy has fire in his eyes.
And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north.
Oh boy. That sounds great.
Where they are locked away to await the end of the world.
So basically the undead can't die, therefore we can only lock them in prison until they stop being undead. Well, then again, I suppose if zombies were immortal.
Is your fate.
In other words, you're basically a zombie that just keeps coming back to life. That's great. Fantastic, even. There's a kunai in the wall, I think. That's an interesting thing. And... hooray. Hey, it's Mr. Cool Knight guy. He seems pretty cool. Well, I hope this boy wasn't anyone important. Alright, so there we are. Now I have control, dungeon cell key, and let's just get the hell out of here right now. So I'm not going to have any shield for the start. I don't really need to read these messages and know how to work the game. I did get to the first blacksmith after all. I don't have the reach I think I do. And I need 4 hits to kill these. Good to know. I can still hit the wall with this though. Should probably not mash the button as much. I'm so used to mashing in every other game that... especially Minecraft. I am so bad at mashing with Minecraft. Now, targeting for me is the start button on this controller because, like I said, L3 and R3 are swapped with start and select on this controller, which makes the game unnecessarily harder. Also, I can't run, did I mention that? This is my fastest speed. Which I suppose is fine for now, but it's not going to be fine in a while. Now, this for shits and giggles, the first time I came up here, I'm pretty sure, just for funsies, I actually tried to fight the Abyss Demon without taking the correct way, and after taking about 20 shots on him, I quickly realized that I don't want to spend the next 10 minutes fighting this guy. So to not make that mistake again, though I can kill him, I think it would actually probably just be much faster and much safer to do the appropriate thing and actually rest at this bonfire to make sure I respawn there. That would be a good thing to do. Resting at bonfires, for those who don't know, causes enemies to respawn. Most of you will probably know this game is rumored to be really hard, and hey, look, it's that guy. I'm not fighting him right now. So, down here we go. And second bonfire, which I shall light and promptly rest at because it would be a bad thing to spawn back in that room after that gate is closed. Like, that would be game over at this point. Okay, you can't run in water. Good to know. I walked right into that. Alright, shield. So, in order to equip this, I need to hit L3, which is super weird. Or R3, I suppose, actually. My controls are all fucked up. Yeah, this guy's not having a good time. Pillage. Hey, proper weapon. Let's just change that real quick. And this guy should be just up the stairs, I believe. Yeah, you're about to have a bad time. Go on, shoot. Yeah, that was fun on your part, wasn't it? I don't think these guys can really drop anything. I think all the drops in this area are scripted. For obvious reasons. So, there's 2 ways I can go. I'm pretty sure this is just to the end. With an item up top, huh? Might be going for that later. For now, though, let's encounter our first Dark Souls moment. Outside the giant enemy. Yeah, there seems to be something up there. Hey, a boulder. That's not. I actually apparently still hit me barely, but... Hey, it's this guy.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I are both undead. Hear me out, will you? Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the Undead Asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask, an undead favorite.
Hooray.
Oh, and this.
And the key that I
I
need.
must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now.
And
Thank you.
pro tip, if you just stand around here for long enough, you will just keel over and die. And you'll get the souls for it. So I don't think you can go down, I think you can only go up to go forward. However, I'm going down first. Because this will allow me right back to the courtyard, and I got 100 souls for him dying on his own accord. Now, he's not undead, so he doesn't respawn. Humans actually stay dead when they die. As they should. So now with the long sword, I can continue on my merry pilgrimage to the Undead Asylum. Let's block that. Okay, I have a lot of reach. I have to really watch walls. Alright. Now forward progress time. There's no path this way, right? Doesn't seem to be, and if there is, can't go down there yet. So, should probably be locking on a little bit more in this game. Ooh. I just got headshot by the archer. Alright. Yeah, that worked for you. He did not have a fun time. So you might notice I have an Estus Flask as my item. And what the Estus Flask does is it's basically a free heal. Now I'm not sure if I'm light enough for this to work. Oh, he's facing me anyway, so it doesn't matter, but if you're light enough, you can actually sneak behind enemies without them noticing you. Now this guy is an enemy that we will be encountering plenty of in the near future. And they are programmed to drink flasks. Good to know. I don't believe I can open this door yet. So that's good to know as well. Don't think I can break down this wall either. Nope. Sometimes you can. Not in this case, but... Alright. So now we have to fight the first boss of the game, also known as Mr. Tutorial Boss. So let's just drop down and plunging attack his face. Stay locked on. Lock-ons are very important. And I rolled right into that. I got to get really good at rolling very soon. There's a bit of input delay, by the way, on my end, because my controller is a bit weird. Take a drink. Pretty easy boss fight. Thought I missed that. Apparently not. Yeah. This guy can give me a lot of trouble. I apparently dodged that. Oh yeah, there's spring. You know what? I'm just gonna try and stick to the side. And he's done. Big Butt Betty is dead. And we got the big Pilgrim's Key. And with that, and humanity. Oh joy. I think humanity basically... It really affects more online play than anything else, I'm pretty sure. It is a good healing item as a secondary effect. Like, it's a straight-up heal to full health thing. There's also a bird's nest, I believe, in this direction here, but we'll talk about that later on. Can't do anything with that yet, I don't think. But what we can do is go into this cutscene, which I believe will trigger right now.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated
Look at them
that
mountains.
one day an undead shall be chosen.
Hey, look, the bird chose me. As its food, apparently. Well, that's the game.
Leave the Undead Asylum in pilgrimage
One hell of a pilgrimage.
to the land of the ancient lords.
This is very Lord of the Rings-ish, kind of, actually. With, like, the freaking hawks in Lord of the Rings. It actually is kind of Lord of the Rings-ish. Just a little bit. I think that's part of the reason why I'm so damn interested in this game. Like, there's a lot of story to this game, but it's not in your face. A lot of it is hidden away in talking to NPCs and such. And we are now in the main area of the game. From here we can go pretty much anywhere. And now we can finally level up. 2,300 souls, let's spend that. Alright, so... I'm not entirely sure what build I'm going to go for yet. To be completely honest. I may want to increase my faith at some point, but I'm going to leave it for now. It's not super important. Resistance is the worst stat. Never put anything into it. Attunement's mostly for mages. If you're not a mage, you don't bother with it. Same with intelligence, obviously, but there's a couple spells that I might want to use, which will require faith. One's a light spell, and one is a healing spell. So vitality is health. I have at least 2 level ups, right? 3, actually. So, endurance increases stamina. Might get that to 14, and I'll for 1 in strength for now. I don't want to be too weak this early in the game, because it's going to come back and bite me in the ass later if I neglect something.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the Undead Asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the Undead Church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right?
Yeah.
Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you.
I don't think I'm going to Blight
Off
Town.
you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead.
I'm going to have to go through it at some point, but I'm not sure I want to go to Blight Town right now. Let's grab the free items. Free humanities, it's actually really good. So there's the way to get to the Undead Chapel. Through Undead Burg. This way, I believe, is a shrine. A shrine that I can't really do anything with yet. Don't fall in the water, that's death. Just a pro tip. Well, it's not death, but if you walk in the middle, it's death. I believe the cemetery is also near here, too. I believe in this direction. There's also another NPC around here, but I'm not going to talk to him yet. Because he's not important yet. I'm supposed to always talk to this guy twice, but I know the story. I really don't need to get the story from him. Is there a staircase down here? I believe there might be. I believe the staircase goes to a much later area of the game that I'm not supposed to be at. And there's the Firekeeper, which I don't have any Firekeeper souls. However, I can very easily get a couple by going to areas I'm definitely not supposed to be in yet. However, I'm not sure if I need to jump to get there. Well, you know what? I don't have very many souls, so I'm going to try a suicide mission. Because getting the extra Estus flasks will be nice. The game is nice, it gives you 10. But you are only going to get 5 of those back from the bonfire. So we step on this, and it's an elevator going down. Neat, right? Very quick. It's basically a nice little way to bridge a loading zone between places. Hard to believe we're underground now. There's even light coming through right there. I believe if you go this way, there is a lever, which I'm not sure what it does. I'm sure it does something, but nothing right now. So, pro tip, you can actually roll into pots to break them instead of swinging your sword at them. I think this can conserve sword durability, because I think hanging walls with your sword takes durability. And all items have durability, and once they break, they're gone. So you really want to conserve that. At least until you get a repair box, which I'm not going to be able to get one for a while. So I'm pretty sure I can't jump to there, wherever that would bring me. These are all beginning of the game enemies, so these aren't too bad. However, I'm going to deal with some really bad stuff soon. Alright. So it looks like I can get 5 swings out of my sword before bad stuff starts to happen. And he is on the ground. Okay, they die in one strong attack. Good to know. The difference between light and strong attacks is damage and stamina consumption. And also the attack type varies greatly. As you can see, my strong attack is a thrust. And it consumes a fair bit of stamina. For not a lot of extra damage. 2 swings will actually do, I think, more damage. For about the same stamina. However, the strong attack is also quite nice to use. So I'm definitely not supposed to be in this area yet. And I'm not going to be going through most of this area. I'm only going to be going very, very short way into it. If I can hit this guy, Jesus. Thank you. I have the S-Tuck. I believe the S-Tuck is a great weapon. I want to keep that for later. But there is an item I do want to get in this area. Not sure if I'm going to be able to, though. It's done. I believe the item I want is somewhere over there, towards the water. Pretty sure. And I'm going to be very cautious going through this area. Did he drop anything? Yes, he did. Transient curses. Very, very, very important item for this area. Because I do not want to get cursed. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to take a humanity now just to try and mitigate any cursed effects that may occur. Because I know curse... I'm not sure how curse works in this game, but I know how it works in Dark Souls 2. So as long as I'm human in Dark Souls 2, it should be fine. I have no idea how it works in this game. Because I've never actually witnessed anyone get cursed in this game. And I'm taking a very big risk. If things look shady, I'm actually probably just going to kill myself. Rather than risk being cursed. Alright, so this is getting really... Yeah, they have weird attacks. Yeah, this is already not good. Drink. Back up. That's right, you can't hit him with physical attacks. Yeah, this is already bad. Okay, so there's the item I want, but there's no way I can get to that right now. Huh. How would I get there? I know there's a way to get there, it's just that I'm not sure I want to risk it. You know what, forget it. It's probably not worth it. I honestly don't think it's worth trying to get it at this point. Like, if I wanted to go on a suicide run, I would. But I think I'm going to try to avoid my first death for now. As much as I would like to get that item, it's always good to get Firekeeper souls. And that's where one of them is, but I'm kind of spooked out at this point. I really don't want to risk dying. Especially without a homeward bone. Which would basically mean I would be forced to take a death. And after consuming humanity, yeah, it's not. So I think I'm just going to go back up, rest at the bonfire to get my health back. But the nice thing about Firekeeper souls is you can just give them to any Firekeeper. And basically what they do is they strengthen your Estus flasks so that you heal, I think, more with each one. Which is very, very useful. And there's the Firekeeper of this bonfire that's up top. Few bonfires have Firekeepers. I believe only the ones that have Firekeepers you can teleport to later in the game. But for now, let's actually go the way we were intended to go. Or should we go to the graveyard? I think the graveyard's this way, isn't it? Pretty sure it is. I don't remember which way the graveyard is, to be completely honest. But I'm pretty sure it's one of these ways. One of the things you can get from the graveyard this early in the game, I believe, is a couple weapons, one of which is this Y-hander, which I'm probably not going to use anyway. So I don't think I'm going to bother with it. I do believe it would be in that direction somewhere. Pretty sure. Like I said, it's my first time, or not really my first time playing, but it's my first time actually really exploring the game area, because in my testing I just went straight to Undead Burg. Knew the firebomb was coming. Maybe another firebomb coming. Firebomb guy is right up there. So I'm very worried about him. So I hit him once to stop him from firebombing. And that guy was done. So what you're going to notice here is a lot of these enemies are stupid. And because I can't jump, I can't get the item that's underneath this bridge. Which I will need to get to progress later in the game. Actually, so. Something I'm eventually going to have to get, but I can't get it right now because I can't jump. Also, am I fat rolling? No, I'm medium rolling. There's a few tiers of roll. Dead. Drop anything? Nope, but I got that item. So, on to Undead Burg. Which I believe that gate's locked, so I'm not even going to try it. Unless the Master Key unlocks it, which I don't believe it does. No, because it doesn't open from that side. But we will have to go there eventually later on. For now, though, up to Undead Burg we go. Welcome to Undead Burg. A place of many undead. There's a lot of these guys. And they'll die in about 3 hits. Alright, so that's 2 down. There's a lot of items around here and a lot of places to go. Also mind your step, because you never know when there might be a death trap. Which I'm sure we'll eventually run into a few. So what I can do for now... Oh, firebomb guy. Probably a good thing I was blocking that. I could have swore I blocked that, but okay. I blocked that. Can't take that one away from me. Roll. Don't really think there's anything behind these, but I just like rolling into stuff. Can't climb these stairs, but there is an item up there. However, I can't jump, so therefore I cannot get to it. It would require me jumping onto that and going into that window. So I could go through here. Or I could grab that item there. Let's grab the item first. I mean, that seems like something to do. Large soul of a lost undead. And would you look at that guy? He thinks he's so smart. Well, guess what? He might be. No one? Oh, there they are. One behind me. Just checking. You always gotta be wary when you're going through a new area of people potentially sneaking up behind you and murdering you. Always stay on your toes. That's what I do. No one behind me? Good. Oh, these guys are great. Can I hit him? Yes, I can, actually. Can also hit him. Okay, I should probably lock on before swinging. Yeah, swing at me. Rubbish! The greatest item in the game. It's literally rubbish. Alright, let's get up this ladder. I don't think fast climbing's in this game yet, so... I know it's in Dark Souls 2, but... pretty sure it's not in this game. Let's go run over here. Grab this real quick. Turn around. What time is it? I'm gonna have to stop recording soon, so I'm gonna try and just race to the bonfire in that case. Because I don't have the most time to record right now. So I'm just gonna get straight to the bonfire without dying, hopefully. And when we come back tomorrow, or whenever, I will try and make more progress than this, because this is not a lot of progress. But first things first, let's find the bonfire. So lost undead. Hey, you're a person. Must have followed me up from somewhere. Did you drop something? No. Most of these crap guys don't drop anything. Can't get there yet. Oh, the dragon. Forgot about him. Yeah, he's going up there. Which means the bonfire is just over here. Yeah, I knew the arrow guy was up there. They're all done. So before I get after you, I'm gonna go in here. No one, no one. Item. Wind shield. Not very good, but it's a shield. Suppose if you're one of those characters that chose a class that doesn't have a shield, that's what it's there for. There are far better shields in the game, though. You need a shield, that's not the shield I would recommend. Because most starting shields are better than that. And here's the bonfire. So there's nothing up there because the stairs are broken, but there is a ladder that we can eventually kick down. So I'm not going to level up because I need souls to buy some items from a merchant that's in this area. And possibly kill that merchant, depending on where or not I want to try the Uchigatana run. I don't think I will. I think instead of going to Uchigatana, I'm probably going to try something else. But anyways, hope you guys have enjoyed watching up to this point. It's a short session, half an hour. But I just put it this way, the Leafs are playing tonight, and I kind of want to watch them hopefully win a game and not be eliminated from the playoffs. Because they've somehow managed to lose 8 in a row. Which is great on their part. So anyways, I will see you guys next time, and hopefully my hockey team does far better than... Or, I suppose I should say, hopefully I do better than my hockey team in this game, and hopefully my hockey team actually wins the rest of their games, because otherwise they're out of the playoffs at this point. But whatever, I'll see you guys later.